so like I was saying, she told us a little bit about her own story, and her story was non-purging bulimia and compulsive overeating. So she, for years, cycled in and out of binging, and then she would fast, and then binge. Yeah. So she's in recovery, but what she said, one of the things she had to come to terms with, she had a certain size that she was like, yeah, I'll totally be in recovery if I'm a guaranteed size, blah, blah. And actually it made me think, because her size, blah, blah, is a bigger size than I am now at my higher weight. And she's a curvy woman, but I'd never thought about her weight before that, and I had some groups with her at this other program that I was at, and frankly, like, my impression of her is a really smart, accepting, open-minded, kind woman. Like, she seems on it in a way that I'd really like to be. She seems to have her life together pretty well, and yeah, I think she seems like a pretty cool woman. So I hadn't thought about her size at all. I think she's kind of pretty. So anyway, she said that, and she said that she finally had to accept it and let herself be where she was at. And honestly, coming from, I've heard those words out of some people's mouths, but when it comes from a person who's naturally very thin, it doesn't really strike the same chord or inspire me in the same way that it does when it comes from someone who's not thin. Honestly, I mean, just to see that, you know, she's where she's at, and she's not, I would not say, like, fat, you know. I can tell you that if I were at that weight, or my body were that shape, I would probably, it's terrible, but it's the nature of my craziness or whatever, I would probably be very, very freaked out. I'm very freaked out with where I'm at, so I can't imagine being that a certain amount heavier than I am or whatever. But anyway, like, when I hear those words come from someone, it really does mean something. It means, you know, wherever I'm at, like, I'm capable of accepting myself, because she said she had a really hard time. I believe her. I believe that she had a really hard time accepting her body, because I know how hard it is for me to accept mine. And I believe that she had an eating disorder. I think it's just one of those things that's fucking impossible mentally to wrap your head around. Yeah. So, in conclusion, Sophia must learn to accept her body as it is, accept that it's going to do what it's going to do, accept that over the years, as my eating patterns change, everybody goes through phases, you know what I mean? I think people without eating disorders, they go through a breakup, maybe they lose their appetite, they lose some weight, they decide to start doing a certain kind of martial art, they probably tone up, you know what I mean? And they don't do it, some people do, but some people that I know aren't doing it because they're purposely trying to change their body shape or their weight. They're doing it because it's what they want to do in their life, and I really want to be one of those people. I would just, if I can make it to the other side of this and become like I'm so cheesy, I'm at 5:45 in the morning crying, if I could make it to the other side of this and be a role model for other women, I would be so just tickled pink. Like, it just would be the most beautiful thing in the world. I mean, strong, healthy, doing good things with their life, productive, intelligent, kick-ass women, you know what I mean? I'd really love to be one of them, and I'm not right now. And that's one of those things that I get to strive for in my recovery. I might not always feel like it. I don't feel like it right now, but I do feel like being one of those women. And in order to do that, I kind of have to let go of my shit. So I guess I just want to get it out. It's been going on in my mind over and over and over again that I should get a scale so that I can begin weighing myself, so that I can just get to this certain weight again that's still relatively healthy, like just above underweight. And if I were, you know, if I were in an eating disorder program and I were at that weight, they would be like, oh, you need to gain like 10 pounds. So it's like, shouldn't do that. But yeah, my brain has been kind of trying to negotiate with me. Like, well, if you get back to this weight, but you're not anorexic, that's fine, and you can totally maintain that weight. You can just eat a little less than the average person, and then you'll be able to maintain that weight, and you'll not really be eating disordered, and you get to have both. Yay. That's not going to work out. I know. I mean, this last relapse, I told myself, I had a number in mind, which was, too low, but I ended up bypassing that number by like 20 pounds. I can't do it. I can't just lose enough weight to be healthfully thin, and according to all of the studies and therapists and doctors and whatever dietitians that I've seen over the years, your body is just going to be where it wants to be, and I want to be able to eat a normal amount of food. I want to be able to enjoy food instead of either wanting it all the time or being afraid of it or feeling shitty for eating something that I liked, or feeling like I'm never going to have enough and so eating like the whole world. I don't want to barf anymore. I don't want my glands to be all nasty. I don't want to dissolve my fucking bones. I just got my freaking period back. Like, I want to be able to have kids. That's a great sign, a lot of people get really unhappy when they get it back, and I remember for a little while I was dreading getting it back, but I just got it back, and I actually feel okay with it, which is surprising and kind of cool. I want to own these things about myself. I want to care about doing things. I guess that's a big thing. I would really like to care about a lot of things in general. That, like, hygiene, I do okay with that sometimes. Like right now I'm showered, I'm well dressed, I'm whatever, but I do struggle with it sometimes, and I have a hard time making myself do it. I want it to just to come naturally. But more than anything, I want to help other people. I want to get comfortable enough with myself that my friends know they can call me. Not a lot of friends call on me for help. I, for so long, was viewed as the sick one, and I didn't have a lot of friends at the end because of it. But I can tell you one thing, the people that are in my life now who knew me before, and that wasn't long ago, it was just a few months ago, so it's, most of the same people, I'm probably not going to be first on their list to call, because I'm probably not on that list yet. I'm probably not viewed as stable enough or strong enough to help them. Why would you call the person who's all fucked up to help you? I did get an opportunity a few weeks ago to help a friend out. A friend who many times has driven me to the emergency room and sat with me through it, called me, told me that she was in that same emergency room, and could I come keep her company and sit with her and go in with her. She does martial arts, and it turned out to be that she tore her ACL, which really sucks because she has had 2 surgeries on it before, and it's kind of emotional. Like, she can't really get around. She's on crutches. She can't do her martial arts, But the point is, I got to be there. I went and I grabbed some sandwiches from the Whole Foods across the street, and I brought her a book I thought she'd like, and I got to be there for someone who was there for me a million times, and who I remember sitting there and advocating for me with the emergency room doctor when I was totally insane and sick. I got to be there, and I'd really like to be able to do that for other people too. So in conclusion, I'm going to go get my coffee and go to this OA meeting, and recovery's just gotta be it. I can't do this again. I mean, I might not die immediately. I might go into a hospital again and get out and do this again, and then go into a hospital again, and I might keep myself alive for a long time, a few more years maybe, if not longer. And if I did by some miracle live longer, I would probably just feel that much more hopeless and chronic and desperate. So I really just got to do it now and try to make myself feel pretty now, if that's what it takes, whatever. Yeah, alright, well, I am so grateful for you guys watching. I just appreciate you guys so much, and I really hope you'll take care of yourself wherever you're at on your journey today, or, yeah, alright, take care. Happy Meet All Week!